Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy! Go.
Hey, welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast. This is episode number 85, and it's going to be called Max's Favorite List of Songs.
Is it his favorite list of songs or just 15 songs he picked for us?
No, actually, these are his favorite songs, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later. I mean, he's not like a music guy like us, but he does like music. But anyway, before we get into this, for the people who are just joining us and anything, I'm Dennis Talbot. I'm one of the hosts of this show. We also have Mr. Bill Algie. He's the man with the KISS insignia behind him if you're looking at us on YouTube. And then we have Mr. Alan Tate. He's the Grizzly Adams looking kind of guy. He's getting it all grown out. He's like a no shave. Was it July, August?
I'm in No Shave 2017.
There you go.
And I like long walks on the beach.
And pina coladas.
Getting caught in the rain.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy.
We've already had that fucking show. So anyway, we got a few things before we get started. We got a few things. Alan, what do you got?
Well, as most of you know, I've been collecting guitar picks, and I found the Holy Grail guitar pick. I found a Chowder Monkey pick.
A Chowder Monkey?
Which is a guitar pick from my old band. And as
That's
far as I know, this is the only guitar pick left in existence from that band.
You should take that and throw that out at a show and see if anybody.
See how fast they get out of the way?
Somebody might pick it up and think it's cool.
Yeah.
Going Chowder Monkey? Maybe.
But then it wouldn't be in my collection, so no.
That's true. That is cool, though. So how many
you're selfish. Is that what you're saying?
I am selfish when it comes to collecting stuff that I want, like guitar picks, money, chicks, booze.
So when you had those made, Alan, how many did you have originally made? Do you remember?
Our rhythm guitar player had them made. I don't know how many he had done. It was probably like 100 or something.
15,000.
Yeah. Well, knowing him, that is not out of the realm of possibility.
Well, I tell you,
you said it was the only one in existence. So I was just going to say, so if there was maybe some out there, there's maybe 99 other ones are out. When you say there's 100,
he probably bought 100.
Okay.
Well, when you go see Cheap Trick, you see Rick Nielsen walks over and he's got just a bucket of them, right, or a big box of them.
Right.
He puts his hand in there and he comes back and they're falling out as he's walking across.
100
the
at a time. I mean, they're
I'm not kidding. And then he strums the guitar once and then hurls them out in the audience. It's funny. Everybody's like, I got a guitar pick. I say, you got one. You got out of a box. I want to see the ones he plays.
So this tour, which we're going to be, Bill and I are actually going this Saturday or Sunday night to Indianapolis to Clips, and we're going to be seeing Bonham and Cheap Trick and Foreigner, which he just saw 2 weeks ago.
More specifically, it's the Jason Bonham Led Zeppelin experience. I believe.
It's really good too.
You have to be specific because Bonham actually was a band.
That's true.
That's true. I forgot about that.
But anyway, we're going to be going to that. But I'd be curious to see, like, in a tour that they're doing this tour right now with Cheap Trick, how many picks do you think that Rick Nielsen goes through?
He did that handful thing probably 4 or 5 times.
So they're talking.
I don't know. 15,
he's not lying to buy the hundreds, is what you're saying. Okay, gotcha.
Bucket.
All right. So I had something Bill, did you have something you wanted to talk about?
I got Jack Squat.
You got Jack Squat. All right. Well, man, no concerts this week. Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, you're going to save it all for this weekend when we go to see Foreigner again. All right. So anyway, I had a really interesting thing happen to me Saturday night. I played up at the Santa Claus Legion, my band, Fifth Degree Burn. We hope, big shameless promotion here.
The elves at Santa Claus's factory were throwing things at you, weren't they?
I love us up there. But anyway, we played up there, and of course, it's one of those 8 to midnight gigs, which I love on my times. We didn't cross that time for Eastern, so I got home at like 1:30. But what was nice was on the way home, I'm listening to WABX, which is a classic rock station, and they had just played. Oh hell, I don't remember. Some AC/DC. No, they played an AC/DC song. Then they played Stone Cold by Deep Purple, which I love.
Rainbow.
Yeah,
it's a Rainbow.
Is it song. Rainbow?
Yep.
All right, whatever. Love that. Then the song came on, and it was like Led Zeppelin, and I'm like going. I keep listening to it, and I'm like going, man, I fucking should know this song, but I've never heard this song before, and it kept going, and I'm like going. There is actually a Led Zeppelin song that I haven't heard, and I'm like going, well, fuck, hold on a second. So I got my Shazam this song. What was that? They heard song Led Zeppelin, and he went. So, we got a doggy daycare over there, Alan, or what?
Yeah, actually we do, because I'm watching my dad's dog for a couple of days. So on top of my 3 dogs, it's like it's a dog pound here. You need? So anyway,
I'm driving home and I hear this song, so I Shazam it, and it comes up this Greta Van Fleet, and I'm like, that has to be a mistake. It's something's messed up. So I got into Boonville at that point. I listened to on my phone. I pulled my phone up and I'm listening to that song, and it's like, well, that's that song. There is a band called Greta Van Fleet. And they have basically a 4-song EP. The EP is called Black Smoke Rising. It's 4 songs. These are millennials. These are good-looking, and that's even what they say in their thing. They are a quartet of good-looking millennial guys who step out of their era, and basically, specifically in the golden era of Led Zeppelin, raised on rock in Michigan in Frankenmuth, which is Little Bavaria, and has Bonner's, the Christmas store, the biggest Christmas store ever. And I'm coming from Santa Claus. This is what's kind of weird. But anyway, these guys are absolutely, if Jason Bonham wants to do Led Zeppelin songs, he needs to call this dude up and get him on there. The inflections of the way he says words and everything it's Robert Plant. I mean, to the T. And these songs
What's
that they have.
Again? Who's it called again?
Greta Van Fleet. And I was gonna get you guys earlier and let you listen to it, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just do it on the show. And I want you guys to listen to this. Greta, Greta Van Van Fleet, Fleet. They have it on Spotify. There's 4 songs. Every one of those 4 songs are basically, the one I heard was Highway Tune. They got one called Black Smoke Rising, Flower Power, and Safari Song. Flower Power sounds just like some kind of Over the Hills and Far Away, but everything they got sounds like Zeppelin. But the dude is Robert Plant Jr. I mean, cool. it actually completely, it boo-fooed me. I was thinking, there's a Led Zeppelin song I've never heard before. Bill's got
boo-fooed.
My eyes are like itching.
That's a new word.
Boo-fooed me.
Boo-fooed. Okay. But anyway, check out Greta Van Fleet. And just, if you can find them, like I said, they are on Spotify. But, yeah, amazing young musicians. I mean, even the guitar sounds like Jimmy Page. I mean, it's just kind of, they got that Zeppelin vibe. But their songs are similar, but they're not, they're just kind of like a continuation of, could be on any, Zeppelin tune, record that you've seen before. So pretty interesting. Anyway, so, but you want to talk about the podcast expo before we get started or not?
Sure. The Rock and Pod Expo is Saturday, August 26th in Nashville, Tennessee. And let's see, I got a listing of the people that are going to be there. I actually wrote them down.
We got a new one this week too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So Chad Lee, who's a rock photographer, Kenny Olson, guitarist for Kid Rock, Christopher Williams, is drummer for Accept.
This would be cool.
Patrick Stone played Nadler's Appetite. Robert White Johnson, he's a writer and producer for Y&T, Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, some others. Gary Corbett, who played keyboards for Kiss. Crazy Nights tour, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crazy Nights.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Chris Green has been a couple different guitarists for a couple different bands. Toby Wright, who's a producer for Kiss as well. And then Walter Egan, who Dennis got all totally excited about.
You're going to meet your hero, and he's going to disappoint you, Dennis.
Yeah,
Megan Steele.
Like...
We're going to do the best we can to keep him away from Dennis so that Dennis doesn't scare him off. And then recently announced is Gunnar Nelson. So we're going to set up some time to interview some people, and we also threw a thing out there for some other podcasts to come and visit us. And so I think BJ from Rock and or Roll podcast is going to be joining us for a little cross podcast pollination. See what we can get going on.
I have a lot of people, actually. We're going to do like
it's going to be a blast, man. It's like from 11 a.m. to 8:30 or something like that, and then we're going to have a jam at the end and hang out for a while, and then mosey back over to the hotel at some point. But yeah, be great.
It's back over to the hotel.
We're gonna go with Mosey. And then but it's over there by the Opryland Hotel. Across there's a event center. And I don't know exactly the name of the event center, but it's right there behind the
something event center.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel over there. It's a cool place. I went by there actually when I was down in Nashville.
It's right behind.
And it's not Hoosier. There's no Hooters over there.
No, Cooters.
Yes, it's kind of behind Cooters. That's correct. Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, on a side note, I
there.
believe Gary Corbett also has some writing credits with Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool. I got in trouble this weekend because a friend of mine found out that the friend that we went to Nashville with found out that Rod Stewart was over in Cincinnati. I didn't tell her. She was mad at me. I'm like, you can read and whatever. I guess my job is to make sure she gets to shows.
They're actually going to have also a showing of Heavy Metal Parking Lot, which they
got some people from that show too.
I loaned that DVD to you because I bought it years ago.
You have it though. I brought it back.
Yeah. No, I got it now.
It's on YouTube though. You should watch it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's only like 15-20 minutes, but it's
a couple people that are going to be there too.
Yeah, the guy from EC 101, and then some other guy that was there.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah,
all
so
right,
we have fun.
You ready to get started?
Let's roll, man. Yep.
All right. So anyway, we did last week. We did Noah's list of his songs that he gave us to listen to. So I went to my son Max and I said, "Hey Max," I said, "Give me 15 your favorite songs." He says, "Well," and I said, "No rules." So.
Oh, whoa.
Right. I said no rules.
No.
But then.
Okay.
But then he gave me a couple. He actually came back and changed one, and then I mentioned something about another song. I said, "Do you want to change it to be more rock?" He said, "I can do that." And I talked to you guys. He said, "No, leave that one on." So,
that's not exactly what we said.
He did change. He changed.
That was the politically correct.
Yeah, he changed the one that he wanted to change because he forgot about a song. So that's why he did, but he kept the one in. So we'll get to that.
It's funny because Noah said this, and Noah goes, after I listened to that episode, there's like 3 or 4 other songs I should have changed out, or 2 or 3 other songs I changed out. But
Max, like I said, he came to me and he said after I did the first, he's like, "I want to change the one." That's what got me thinking about changing the other because he had 2 odd songs, but we'll talk about them here in a little bit. Anyway, Max's list starts out with number 1, "Lonely Boy" by Andrew Gold. And this is on the album, What's Wrong with This Picture. It was released in March of 75. Was that right?
77.
77. There you go. I'm sorry. I got notes, and I can't even read them. My handwriting is atrocious. But anyway, it spent 5 months on the charts. It peaked at number 7 in the U.S. and Canadian and Canada, and it was number 11 in the UK. Now, here's something that I found very interesting by looking. That's why I love this show, because it makes you go in depth on these songs. The second verse of that song, when he says, when his brother brought him his sister, there's a girl singing backup. That's Linda Ronstadt.
Really?
Singing on that. Yeah, I was surprised to hear that too. I guess they were both at the time under the same management company, and they were friends and whatever. And she came in and sang on the backup. So that second verse, that female voice, is Linda Ronstadt.
Huh.
One thing it was been used in a ton of movies. including Boogie Nights and the Water Boy.
Here's classics.
Yeah, exactly. But it's been used in a shitload of other ones, plus TV shows, commercials, all this other stuff. The one good thing is Foo Fighters actually covered it in 2000. It was going to be a B-side on one of their albums that they released, and it got put away. Now, I've never heard this, and I got to find it now because I want to hear their version of this. But it has been recorded. It's never been released.
Why don't you just call Dave and ask him if he could just send you a copy?
I wish if somebody would send me Dave's number, I would appreciate that.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be like, hey, Dave.
Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, Dave's not here.
You go, Dave, and you go, no.
All right. So, your thoughts on Lonely Boy, guys?
Well, for me, Lonely Boy, it's a good song. It is not one of my top yacht rock radio songs, but it is in my top 100 yacht rock playlist.
Exactly.
A good song. I liked it. I mean, I liked it back in the day, and I still liked it. And I was excited to see it on the list. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, the way Dennis talked, we weren't going to.
Yeah, it was going to be.
Well, a
bunch of crap nobody's ever heard of. I've heard almost all of that.
I know. The thing was, the first time that I pulled it up on Spotify, because I made this list, and just sent to you guys, and I made it up. There is actually newer version that he remade this version back in the 80s, like the late 80s. And it's not near as good. The music wise is
don't mess with it. It ain't broke. Don't.
So
fix
I went back. So the one that I put on the list, once I figured it out, this is the original one. I didn't go with the remastered version or whatever the hell you want to call it. A remade version. Didn't care for it, and it actually has almost a different beat to it. It doesn't work. So I wasn't happy with it. So anyway, a yank, or it's a yank or a crank.
No, it's a good song.
Crank it. Yeah. All right. So number 2 on his list, like I said, Max goes. And I'm going to tell you right now, Max is not one of these people. He's not like me and collects records, collects CDs and everything else. He hears his music from the internet while he's playing games. When he's driving the car, he did take chorus all 4 years of high school. So he learned songs through there and everything. But Max is just not a record person. I don't think Max has ever bought one CD nor downloaded a song.
How old is he? How old is he?
Max is 22.
Well, he's not going to buy that because that's not in his thing.
That's true.
I mean,
he listens to it for, and there again, Gene, that's your problem right there.
It's disposable.
My son. But anyway, so number 2
what?
on his list is
your son's Gene's.
No.
Okay, I was confused.
He's Gene's problem because Gene doesn't want to.
Oh, okay. I was confused
like
there for a minute.
He doesn't like kids like that doesn't spend any money on his.
Oh, okay.
Max will buy the next game out, but he won't buy a CD. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All right. I was confused there.
Number 2 on his list is "Don't Download This Song," which kind of fits in there, by Weird Al, and it's out of Straight Outta Linwood album. It was released in August 21st, 2006. This is really funny, and here is a quote from Weird Al it was from an Ask Al question and answer session right when he released this album. He goes, "I have a very mixed feeling about it." He says, "On one hand, I'm concerned that the rampant download of my copyrighted material over the internet is severely eating into my album sales and have decidedly adverse effects on my career. On the other hand, I can get Metallica songs I want for free. Wow." He doesn't care about Metallica. He just worries about himself. But anyway,
not for long.
But anyway, this song is basically a parody. And if you look at anything on his things, they talk about what kind of parody it is. It's a parody of "We Are the World" or similar charity songs, that are out there. It is fun. I mean, if you listen, the thing is, I've been a fan of Weird Al for a long time, and that's what's kind of funny with Max and I, that he picked up on this on his own, because we went and seen Weird Al when he was here in town. And I tell you what, it's one of the Kelly and I both said it was probably one of the most entertaining shows that we've seen in a long time, as far as the quality of the music, quality of the sound of the music, and just the entertainment value of the whole concert. I mean, it was a great show, and if you ever get a chance to see Weird Al, go see him. And when I was a kid, probably in 16, 17 years old, Dr. Demento came on Saturday nights, and I would sit there with my radio and had it next to my bed. I would listen. I would pull in. There was an AM station out of Louisville that would play Dr. Demento at midnight on Saturday nights. So after Saturday Night Live went off, I would go into my room and I would pull up Dr. Demento, which played. That's how Weird Al actually got discovered and how he began. And I always liked weird songs like that. So my son and I have that connection as far as music, because he likes stuff that's a little bit different, So, but anyway, so you listen to the song. What do you think?
I'm not a Weird Al fan.
Oh,
we'll just leave it at that.
It's okay. It's not my favorite Weird Al song.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of different. All right, so following up with that, because this is a list he gave me. Number 3 is another Weird Al song. It's called Skipper Dan, and it's off the Internet Leaks EP. Actually, it was released August 25th, 2009. It actually was number 8 on the Billboard comedy charts. It's actually nominated for a Grammy. That album was for that EP for best comedy LP of the year of the 52nd Grammy Awards. It's actually in a Weezer style. I did learn that. But the whole point was, it's actually how he inspired by this. Skipper Dan was, he went to Disneyland, took his kids, and he listened to the guy on the Jungle Cruise, and he made even the guy made a comment on he had this acting career that was failed, and he just went boing. he goes that's a song right there. So that's what this whole song's about. It's basically about a guy who he thought his world was going to be and he works the Jungle Cruise. And it's a funny song. I do like it. So it's actually better than the don't download this song, but it's clever. That's why I like Weird Al.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Weird Al's okay. I'm just not a
Alan
fan.
I'm not a Weird Al fan. We'll just leave it
Weird
at that.
I knew you were going to say that. All right. So we're going to get out of the Weird Al realm, and we're going to go to number 4. Love Me Dead by Ludo. Now, this is off the album You're Awful, I Love You. It was February 26th, 2008. It was featured, the song was originally featured in a 2008 promo for the TV series House, which I know that, that was what this was, it was featured for that. The funny thing about this album is I was listening to a playlist that somebody had put together on Spotify at some point, and I was listening to it and I heard this song, and I'm like going, this is clever, because it's kind of another one of those kind of play on words, I love you, I hate you, and you're awful, but I love you, and and I hollered up at Max, and I go, Max, I said, have you ever heard of a band called Ludo? He goes, yeah, they got all kinds of great songs. And I'm like, well, shit, why didn't you share this with me? So I went, and pulled up their stuff, and they have a lot of songs like that. It's just kind of an odd, kind of different. I don't know. What's your thoughts about it? You listen to it.
Go ahead, Bill.
Alan. Oh, I liked it.
Alan?
I thought it was pretty cool. Actually, I downloaded it too. So I downloaded it off iTunes. Yeah, I did. I liked it.
Voice.
I thought it was pretty cool. It was different and but not. I mean, it's popish, but more
right.
But it was good. I think it's a good song. I liked it. That was pretty cool.
I like it. The popish song. I've always kind of liked pop music.
Yeah.
So I mean,
no problem with it.
Of course, for me, especially back in the day, pop in the 70s and the 80s was always some of my favorite music.
Right.
But I like this one just fine.
But it isn't like today's pop where it's like, it's just, it's more folkish types. I liked it. I
it's
thought it was
different cool. And it's kind of dark. It's got kind of a dark side to it in a way, but yet not too dark. It's more of, there again, Max.
Drink.
if we go through these things here, he has a lot of, because like I said, this is one of those ones that hit me, and I was like going, that's very interesting. I like this song, and that's why I asked Max, and he's like, oh hell, I know about this, stuff. So there is a connection between Max and I on these songs because of the way we both go. That's kind of cool,
Cool.
So anyway, but Max found this out through the internet. It's one of those things where he's just sitting and listening to. He watches a lot of like game things where they play the game and they got songs playing in the background. I have not quite figured out why kids watch other people play games, but that's what they do. And this is not just random. This is happens to Rodney's kids too. So anyway, number 5. This is a really weird one. September. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's not weird.
Now, is it weird because
I
your
love it.
22-year-old son picked it out? Is that why you're saying that it's weird?
He gives me this list, okay? So this is his handwritten list. And I'm like going, it goes, because actually I dropped one of those down, but it was like, Lonely Boy, 2 Weird Owls, Love Me Dead, and then September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I'm like, okay, that's that's kind of in line. We're going to go in here. But, I mean, it's a great song. But there again,
Drink.
What's that? Oh, I get it now. I didn't get it early. Anyway. September, Earth, Wind, and Fire. The best of Earth, Wind, and Fire, Volume 1 is where it came from. It was November 18th, 1978. Peak number 8 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100s. And
Really?
It was number 1. Yeah, on the 8 on the Hot, and then 1 on the Hot Soul Billboard.
Well, okay,
see, I don't understand some of these. You start looking at trying to find,
Billboard had.
Can't figure this shit out a long time. I mean, it's just like, so anyway. And in my own writing, it says it's been in a gajillion movies, TV shows, samples, and commercials. I mean, this song has been used. I mean, just abused and not used. It's been abused. But it's a great song. I mean, I love the song. I mean, it's one of those ones I can listen to. It's just one of those happy summer kind of, no wonder they use it in every, damn commercial you can find out. But it's also been in like one of the, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's one of the, that's where these kids are seeing a lot of this stuff is from this type of movies and stuff. So anyway, continue.
So I'm sitting in my office today and I got the playlist going while I'm working on a couple of different policy procedure stuff.
Go to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, this comes on, so I turn it up a little bit. And I'm sitting at my desk, and I'm sure anybody that walks by is like, "What is he doing?" Because they can hear it. Because I have like a sub and speakers and stuff in my office, and I'm in this there just whatever. Yeah, it's there's a lot of those R&B and soul songs that they're awesome. They're great songs. This is a great song. Just always has been, always will be.
I was proud of him.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Makes me want to dance.
There he
does.
With the shirt on.
Seriously,
with the shirt on, right?
Well, with or without a shirt on, who cares?
No, we saw Alan earlier this week. We did a little connection, and we were trying to try out some things.
Connection.
We got Alan without the shirt. Trust me, folks. If you watch the show, you want to see Alan with the shirt on.
They're just jealous of my food, baby. By the way, I'm having poop tuplets.
Poop tuplets.
I think Bill just threw up a little bit.
So you said you like it? It makes you want to dance.
Yes, it does. This would be one of those songs that if I was ever in a cover band that did music like this, I'd be beating the crap. Yeah. I would learn how to play funk bass just for this song.
Oh yeah,
it's a good song. It is. It's one of those ones where you just can't not smile, or you cannot not smile when the song comes on. It's just like it just makes you like.
It's like one of those songs like if you're a DJ at a wedding and it's kind of just like a little downer.
Yeah, you throw this on.
Just put that on because people are going to get up and dance to that because they have to. It's like the law.
Oh shit! We have to dance, people. Come on, let's go dance. All right. Funny. So anyway, number 6, Rocket Man, Elton John, come off of Honky Chateau. It was April 14th, 1972. It was number 6.
Hey, that was like 5 days after I turned 2.
But it was number 6 on the U.S. charts. It was number 2 on the U.K. charts. Rolling Stone calls it the 245th out of 500 greatest songs ever written. And it's been in multiple movies, TV, commercials, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
was that a Bernie Taupin song? Was he with Bernie Taupin back then?
Bernie was, yes, that was Bernie. There again, it's been remade also by many people. You know, the William Shatner. That's the big. You know, and actually, it comes on with Max too. I'm sorry about that. With Max too, he knows like Family Guy and was American Dad and all those ones. You know, they do these spoofs on that, and they do the one where Stewie does the version that William Shatner did. You know, I think it's gonna be a long, long time. But you know, you can't help but not love this song. I mean, it's a good song. You know.
Actually, I don't like Elton John at all.
Really? See,
I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. You'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? No, it's this. You know, you. It's so funny because you'd send us a text and said, "I've got the list. You guys, this is bad. It's going to be, you know, I don't know."
Well,
I'm like,
half
put it on there, and it's
half
fine.
is odd stuff, but then there's a lot of standards, and I know what standard.
Good. It's great. This is a great song. Another great song. Another great song. Another double thumbs up. It's for crying out loud. And here's something that's funny. So I don't have a subscription to Spotify because I don't pay them and 13 other people to listen to music. I'm listening to this, but I have to listen to it on Shuffle Play.
Right.
I mean, I can get to the list, but I have to listen to it on Shuffle Play. So I'm listening to it.
You can't listen to it. You can't listen to it in order.
No, I can't listen to it in order. So I have to listen to it in Shuffle Play, and every now and then I have to listen to a freaking ad and whatever. Anyway, so I did something and got off the Shuffle Play, and like the next song was like the funeral song or something off Yellow Brick Road.
Wow.
Funeral for a Friend.
Yeah, Funeral from a Friend. I'm like, I've been listening to this list for like 3 days, and I've never heard that song. That is a horrible song. I mean, it's just like, wow, Max has got some issues. I wonder if Dennis has really paid attention. He might want to have a chat with Max. There's some problems. And then I'm like, well, it's not even really on the list. It was funny. I mean, I'm sitting there, I was like, how the hell did that happen? But yeah, Rocket Man, good song.
Yeah. Alan?
Elton better play it in Evansville.
Oh, I hope he.
Laura and I.
That's going to be a show.
You know,
do what?
I'm telling you, that's a super show.
Yep, Laura and I are going to go see Elton. Is it in September or October?
When is it?
Might be in November. It's sometime before the end of this year. He's coming to Evansville.
Sometime before 2018.
Now and January.
Actually, I think the concert's in November. We're going to see Bruno Mars in September. And we're going on the cruise in October. So Elton John is in November. That's correct.
Right. Where are you going to that in September?
Louisville.
Okay.
At the Yum Center, I believe.
If you can't go, let me know. Something happens.
You are not taking my wife to see Bruno Mars.
I'm not taking my wife. I'm taking mine.
No.
Actually,
my wife might take your wife to see Bruno Mars.
That'd be great.
No, what I'm saying is, if you'd be a gentleman,
that's what we should do.
You would take Alan's ticket and then give it to your wife, and then you two go out and just get
hammered. That's what we should do.
And then you both get motel rooms, and then afterwards you're set. Hotel set for both of you.
As long as they have seats, we're good. No lawn seats.
No lawn seats.
I think we all learned our lesson on the lawn seats.
Yeah. We're good with lawn seats. It's just our significant others don't like lawn seats.
Okay.
Mama ain't happy. Nobody's happy. Next song, Dennis.
Number 7, Space Odyssey, David Bowie, off the album David Bowie. I thought it was kind of interesting that he put those two together.
Well, now I noticed you said, I know you said Space Oddity, but it sounded like you said Space Odyssey.
I did say Odyssey, but it is Odyssey.
So whoever wants to come unglued, we already fixed it.
Yeah. It does. I actually have it written down as Space Oddity. Sorry. Um, July. Here's an interesting thing about this thing. It was actually recorded 3 times. It was recorded. Damn, I was going to pull this up while we were jacking around, and I forgot. Hold on. Anyway,
What?
I'll come up with this anyway. It was July 11th, 1964 was the one that was recorded for the album. It was a U.S. Billboard. It was 1964.
Really?
U.S. Billboard Hot 100 number 15, and it was a U.S. Hot Rock number 4. I'm sorry, it's a 9, not a 4. I jacked up on it. So the 3 versions were actually recorded in February of '69. It was for a film, and I was going to try to get the name of the film, but I don't have it on me right now. Then it was also, so that was February of '69. June of '69, it was recorded for an LP, and then he re-recorded it in 1979 as a different version. But anyway, the one that you mainly hear and everything is the one from the second version, which is June of '69. But anyway, and it's been used in, God knows how many this and that. It's been especially space stuff with the challenge with all the people in the space stations. They've used them to wake them up, and there's actually a guy at the space station who actually played it on an acoustic here a year or 2 ago and sent it back. It was his thing. So anyway, that's his thoughts.
When you watch this back, this segment, you are lost, dude. You're like all over it, and this is people and they're playing, and we're waking people up, and we're just doing some shit.
Here's the funny thing about Space Oddity was one time I was driving in a work truck I was up in West Virginia somewhere or whatever, but I had my left speaker of my stereo was out. The one in the door or the left door was out, but the right one was going. So when you hear this song with just the right side, it's odd because it has all of this. Well, it has all of his high parts. There's 2 voices completely different on there. Mm-hmm. Same way with on that same trip, I heard all the leaves are brown, the skies are gray. You know what I'm talking about? The
California Dreaming.
You hear that in a 1-speaker truck, it sounds so weird. It's just like you're like, holy shit.
Well, there's a lot of songs back in those days where they split that up like that.
But yeah, David, it's completely. So if you ever get a chance, if you're listening to it and you're on a stereo where you can switch it from left to right,
take one earbud out,
or just do that. Okay, I'm sorry. It's so much easy.
No,
I'm looking for
pee. You keep saying keep saying it there again. I gotta pee. So
pee.
Nothing. Forget it.
Anyway.
All right. So if you're pitching to me, which I think is what you're doing, I am not a fan of this song at all.
Really?
No.
All right.
I just couldn't do it. I listened to about 3 seconds of it. I probably listened a bit longer than that, and just
I like this song.
Skip. I listened to the Weird Al stuff and wouldn't listen to this.
That's pretty funny.
I just don't like it. It's just, to me, it's just
it is what it is. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean,
it's all right. Too weird.
Alan?
This is an okay day. Excuse me. This is an okay Bowie song for me. It's not one of my favorite Bowie songs, but I won't turn it off if it's on.
Right.
But
I'm like you. It's
not
my favorite.
The acoustic band that I used to be in, we did Space Oddity acoustically, and then followed it up with Peter Schilling's Major Tom.
See, I like Major Tom better than I do this one.
Right.
All right. So anyway, we're gonna go from there to another staple, which is number 8, "Piano Man" by Billy Joel, off the album Piano Man. This was actually his first single in November 2nd, 1973. It only went to 25 on the Billboard Top 100 Hot 100s. Now, what happened was when the other album came out, which was The Stranger. This song gained popularity and now has become his basically staple song. The radio stations went back and it's like, oh, we have this Billy Joel song back here, The Piano Man, blah, blah, blah. That's how it became popular. But whenever it came out originally, it wasn't popular.
1973. Wow.
1973. But it's also popular enough that the Library of Congress selected it for preservation. So it is one of the ones that's in the National Archives. So
Wow, that's cool.
So here's another interesting thing that I found out, which I love about this. Billy Joel admits that instead of a poem type lyrics that it's written in, it's written in limerick form. And if you really think about it and you sit there and you sing it to yourself, it's limericks. It's every verse is a limerick. It's not a verse similar to a normal poem song. It's a limerick.
I'm going to write a song in haiku.
It'll fail. Who knows? Japanese will love it though. They'll be like, "Oh, it's a haiku song." Oh, I almost, but I did.
Yeah, you did. You just about did.
No, I was getting ready to, and I thought,
Reel it in.
But anyway, no, it was a. But it is, and then if you listen to it, it is a limerick form song, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Cool.
But anyway, your thoughts on that song, Buried?
Actually, I didn't realize it was 1973. That means that's old, man.
It's
older than you thought. It's funny when you go
It
back.
is way older than I thought. But if you go to a dueling piano bar,
right? Oh, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it.
If you don't hear this song, there's something very wrong. And I mean, it's amazing how many of those I've been in, and people will pay $20 to hear the song. I'm like, they're going to play it because they have to play it. It's like the law. So don't
and
pay
Billy
them
Joel admits that it is
it.
very autobiographical. I mean, it is basically every guy or every person that's in that song, the bartender named so every one of those were a guy that was in that bar when he was first starting out.
Yeah, it's a cool song. I like this song.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Billy Joel songs.
Good song.
I like this song. It's probably in my top 20 Billy Joel songs. I like the mid 80s or the late 70s, early 80s Billy Joel songs better, but this is still, it really is a great song. And I know a lot of guys that do this song on acoustic guitar, which cracks me up.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Cool.
Are you one of those guys? Was that in the Step Brothers where they're like going, we're the Billy Joel band, but we only play everything from
Glass
the
houses.
they play everything from like Uptown Girl up, and
Yeah.
they keep going, play Piano Man. He goes, we don't play that.
God.
Guitar. That's so funny.
That is funny.
All right, number 9, "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen, off the Jazz album, January 5th, 1979. Number 9 on the UK charts, number 86 in the US. I like jazz. I had that on an 8-track. If that tells you anywhere time where that came out. I like that song. It's one of those ones that kind of Max got that from me because of all the iTunes. I gave him all my iTunes stuff when we put his new computer, so he pulls up stuff, and he likes Queen. I mean, he likes Freddie Mercury and Queen, and that's just an upbeat song. That's a really good song. I mean, it's one of those ones and it's been used in a ton of commercials lately, and stuff like that. So, your thoughts, guys?
I like this song for sure. It is more it's a more theatrical Queen song and is definitely more about. When I think about that, I think more about show tunes kind of thing. And I thought the Jazz album kind of was like that anyway. It was more not much of a rock album as much as it was of a show tunes kind of thing. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It was a good album.
But yeah, I like this song too. So good. Thumbs up for me. I like it.
Well, this would be, I guess, kind of a take it or leave it song. It's an okay song. I don't have anything against it. I've never been that big of a Queen fan.
Well, we can't have him on the show anymore.
I can count on 5 fingers, my favorite Queen songs, and most of them are on Night at the Opera.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
It's good songs though.
Yeah, but Night at the Opera, my dad had on LP when I was a kid, so that's probably why I like the songs off that album so much. But there are some strange songs on that album too.
Oh, there were. I have that on vinyl. It's some weird stuff.
Now I know. Now I know. Now I know. Now I know.
Somebody mute his microphone.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
That's why he's a guitar player.
Exactly. All right. Yeah, I'm not a singer.
Oh, we noticed. We picked up on that.
All right. So this is going to be really interesting right here. Number 10, If I Didn't Care by the Ink Spots. All right. I knew where this song came from. This was it was written by Jack Lawrence, but it was Ink Spots featuring Bill Kenny on vocals. This was released in February 1939. Now, this song, I know for a fact, Max used to play Fallout in another game called BioShock. And as he was playing these games, they had it was almost like Grand Theft Auto. They had these songs in the background playing, these old 20s, 30s, 40s songs going on in the background. And he just fell in love with the song. Now, knowing that, I start looking up the stuff, and I'm like, there's all kinds of shit on this thing. Number one, David Cassidy did a remake of it in 1974. I haven't found that yet. I want to find that because I want to hear it. This is the 10th best-selling single of all time. It sold 19 million physical copies. All right. Only 40 songs have ever in the history of recording have sold more than 10 million copies. And it sold 19 million. It's number 271 of the Song of the Centuries. Isn't that crazy though? I mean, that's song
crazy.
I mean,
19
I was like,
million records? I mean, like real records.
19 million physical copies of this song has been sold.
And they made like $3.
Yeah. But isn't that the craziest shit I've ever heard? Now, here's some interesting things too. It's been in a ton of movies. It was in Shawshank Redemption when he drove up to his house where his wife had been murdered. And when he drove up in his car, this song was on the radio.
I have to watch. I haven't seen that movie for a long time. I wouldn't remember.
Supposedly, he shot his wife, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Here's the greatest.
Thanks for killing. Thanks for ruining it.
The greatest fact about this movie. Well, if you haven't seen fucking Shawshank, you need to get out more. All right. The greatest fact about this song. This is Fred G. Sanford's favorite song, and he sang it multiple times in the show. Sanford's son. If I didn't care. Isn't that the greatest shit ever?
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't realize that. I was like going, and I started thinking about it. I remember he used to sing a song, and that was it. It's this song. But selling 10, I mean, how do you sell 19 million copies of a song?
One at a time.
Physical copies. I mean, that's records. That's crazy.
You got to find one of those. That bad boy is worth something.
Oh,
of course, there's 19 million of them, so they're,
Yeah, no shit.
There were 19 million of them.
There were, yeah. There's not anymore.
They would be in, a lot of them would be 78s.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, see, Rodney he went the other day to the thing, and this guy who has a lot of records had a bunch of 78s. And he says, I think I got an Ink Spot. So I'm like, if you got that one, I want that one. He bought like a whole stack for $5 from this guy. And anyway, it wasn't there.
I'll be dang.
But Fred G. Sanford's favorite song, I thought that was great. So anyway, number 11, "Hurt" by Johnny Cash.
Are we gonna talk about the other one, or
what's that?
just gonna pass it?
You're just gonna pass it?
No, What do you guys think about that? That was an odd song. I mean, we were just,
I hated it.
On the facts.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm glad you corrected me on that.
No, it's definitely it was definitely
Different.
from the 40s, the 30s and the 40s. It was cool. I thought it was pretty cool.
Right.
Definitely could tell it was an R&B kind of thing going on. It's neat. I thought it was a neat song.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite song from the 40s, but no, I like the song.
I don't listen to anything from that for.
I don't listen to anything pre-1939.
But no, it was like I say, it was just an odd song. But there again, I remember coming up when Max was playing BioShock and Fallout. He'd have his shit going. I mean, you could hear it from there's like all this 40s music, and I'm like going. He goes, I really like this music. I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's
cool.
Music is music. So anyway,
what did you think, Alan? Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said it wasn't your favorite song. 30s, 40s. That's
no, I like that. I like the
so
song.
What is your favorite song for the
just
40s?
giving up.
You're gonna be like the 40s aficionado. What's your favorite song from the 40s?
Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree. Come on. No, I like the song just fine.
I'll check that. Make sure it's the 40s.
Well, it was a World War II song, so obviously it was the 40s.
Yep.
All right, you guys ready? Sorry, I didn't mean to go ahead on that one.
That's okay. We were just trying to keep you honest.
No, I wanted.
No, Bill was. I didn't care.
All right. So this is kind of interesting too, and I do like this song a lot. Number 11 was "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. American IV, which is what was that? Let's see, VIV. Oh, is that
what
5?
That's 4.
A 4.
IV
okay.
is 4.
IV is 4. Yeah, it's IV, and then it goes the other way. Okay. And The Man Comes Around. That's what the name of the album was. It was in 2002. Interesting thing about this was, though, Cash was 71 at the time that they filmed this they filmed the video for this song. In the video, June Carter was shown a couple times, kind of watching as he played the thing. She died 3 months after the video, and he died 7 months after the video. So there was a 5 month, or was it? I can't get. Whoa, sorry, 4 months.
Simple math. 7 minus 3 is.
But anyway, it did peak 33 Billboard Modern Rock, but it was the single of the year at the 2003 CMAs. They did Country Music Association. They actually gave him some cred. And there was I was going to pull this up, but I'm not going to pull it up right now. But there were some word changes from the original. Was Trent Reznor originally wrote this song, and with 9 Inch Nails, and there was something about a thorn or a crown of shit. He didn't want to say, of course he didn't want to cuss, so he used the crown of thorns or whatever it was at that point. But I love this song. I think it's about as, knowing that he was so close to dying at that point anyway. When he sing that, I mean, that's your soul at that point. I mean, even though he didn't write it, the way he sang it,
he made it his own.
I mean, he made it his own, and give you my empire of dirt. Just when he's just, it kind of, it gives me a chill when I hear that song. I honestly, I love it a lot, and that's one thing that they said Trent Reznor was not really on board when he wanted to do it, but he said okay to do it, and then once Cash did it, he was like, holy shit. That's really good.
So, well, he's been around for a while. He kind of knows what he's doing.
So your thoughts on that, guys?
The song's pretty good. The video is better.
Right.
And the the imagery is just black and white and just really like you said, the whole song is really, that imagery in that video is very
into your life, and it's
goosebump. It gives you goosebumps when you watch it.
It does.
It's really,
it's just,
yeah.
I was really surprised when this came out how much that I liked it. When you hear Johnny Cash is going to do a cover of a Nine Inch Nails song and a Depeche Mode song and stuff like that, you're like, what in the hell? But really, and like you said with the video, the imagery makes the song. The imagery in the video makes the song a better song.
Right.
Because even when you hear it, you see it. I mean,
right.
your head is all watching the video. I mean,
and there was more. I didn't write it down because the thing is so long. When I looked it up, MTV. It was on MTV Awards. I mean, it won.
It won. I mean, it was nominated for
kinds of
tons of stuff
because of the video itself. But there again, the Nine Inch Nails version of this, I don't like it. I don't like that. I never liked it when he did it. I don't care for it whatsoever. It would be a forgotten song to me.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys like that song when it was?
I don't know that I've ever heard it, honestly.
Yeah.
You've probably heard it at some point on the radio. It did get moderate airplay.
I don't
back
know.
in the day.
Yeah. Not a big Nine Inch Nails fan, so.
Yeah, I saw him in concert. I actually walked out and had beers at Kipley's instead of watching it. It was too much for me. All right, number 12, Blue Sunny Day by Jonathan Colton, otherwise known as Joko, and I didn't know that till my son told me it's Joko. It's off the album The Aftermath. Debuted. The only thing is, Blue Sunny Day is not really been recorded. I can't find a recording of it. I'm sure there is, but like as far as Spotify, it debuted.
It's a live album. It's off a live album, right?
It's off a live album. It debuted February 28th of 2009 at the Park West in Chicago. Is where this live version that I got from it. Now I listened to the song. Like I said, I don't know Joko, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, Jonathan Colton. I don't know who this guy is. But there again, it's kind of in that same genre that my wife likes of her. You guys are gonna have to pee. You're playing the game though. That's great. I like that.
Yeah.
And
it's
I haven't
gonna be
even
fun
noticed,
if you don't speed the shit up. It's not gonna be fun.
Now you know how I feel a lot of times. No, the thing was that I found out about this was kind of funny was I listened to the song and I go like, well, that's kind of a depressing song, and blah, 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 and about this guy, and then I asked Max tonight, because after I looked at the next song, which is another Joko song, I'm going to give that away. But I'm like, when I read about that, I go, that's kind of an odd thing. It's almost like a kind of, I'm trying to get to here, looking for the word, blah, blah, blah.
Y'all, this is the sound of a brain fart.
A Weird Al-esque kind of song where it has two meanings and it's kind of odd.
Double entendre.
Exactly. So anyway, I asked Max before we started this program. I was down there. I said, tell me about Joko. I said, I don't understand him and I'm looking it up and I just can't. Honestly, I'm just tired of looking up shit and I just give me your skinny on it. He's like he goes, well, Blue Sunny Day is about a vampire. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, it could be about a depressed person, but there's like a double meaning. It could be about a vampire because basically it talks about him being dug in a box and everything. And then basically he kills himself going out into the sunny day. Well, he's a vampire. See, and I'm like going, oh, I get that.
I don't think being a vampire would be depressing at all.
Get to sleep all fucking day. Get to hang out all night.
Bite people
on the neck. Get to
suck
fly.
on the bag of what?
Get to fly. I mean, vampires are kind of cool, actually. So anyway, that's what Blue Sunny Day. So your thoughts on the song? I mean, let's get done with this.
Oh, it was fine. It's something different and something new, and
it's that folky kind of shit. And
it's not bad.
It's not bad though. It honestly is not bad.
It's that
Now
folky kind of shit.
I
That
wanna
is
go
a
back and
great
listen.
review. We should just stop the show now.
Okay, so I go to Amos Lee and I go, I mean,
I was
you know
getting ready to say, dude, you're in all that. I don't know what you're talking
no,
about.
I go to these
You don't
shows.
like country music, and this is like one step away. It's like a half a step.
I know. But I'm going to go back and listen to it, thinking about if he's a vampire, and it actually may be a better song. Who
What if
knows?
it was a song about a depressed umpire?
I made.
Well,
the
now
wrong
when you listen to
call.
it, now when you listen to it, you'll see the count from Sesame Street. It'll be like
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2.
One.
All right.
Anyway, that's great. I love it. Oh, he almost snorted. That's great. All right. So anyway, Blue Sunny Day.
So
Your
for
thoughts were
those
good,
who are
good, bad.
listening,
Thumbs
Bill
up,
had to
thumbs
mute his
down.
microphone because we've got him giggling.
He's turned red. Watch the video. So anyway, so Blue Sunny Day. You're gonna go thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, Alan's he's halfway. Bill likes
More
it.
thumbs
Okay.
up than thumbs down.
All right. So number 13
Bill,
is
your
another
mic's still
joke
muted.
song. Yeah. Unmute. You're good.
That was a gift for all of you.
You're
All right, so
welcome.
number 13 is another Joko song called "I Crush Everything."
I
And
crush
it's
your
off
face.
It's yeah, I pinch your face.
Written by Putin.
No, it's off the album "Where Tradition Meets." I can't remember. I can't look at my meets something. Anyway, Joko looks back. It's one of those songs where I found out that it's about a giant squid that fell in love with a person. That's why he wants to hug her, but every time he does, he crushes everything. So he's a giant squid. So the dude,
you should just you're talking way too much.
no, this is. I mean, I asked Max. He goes,
Yeah,
"Yeah."
earlier when you
it's
said your
about
face was itching.
Yeah.
No. I think you
I
need another
crush
shot,
every.
dude.
Joko is a love song about a giant squid who can't love anybody because he crushes everything he wants to love.
That's interesting.
It's weird. I mean, it's fucked up. It's like like Weird
Yes,
Al.
I agree with you.
It's like Weird Al on fucking steroids. It's just
That album, I believe it's that album that has another remake on it, which is "Baby Got Back."
Max says there's other things that he
if
did.
you look up- so I'm like, I see that. I'm looking at because I looked up the album just to see what else was on there. And I see "Baby Got Back," and I'm like, that's weird. And so I start listening to it, and I'm like, it's literally a folk version
Yeah.
of "Baby Got Back."
And then he's got other versions. He's got like some of. Hey Max. Hey, what's the real quick? Max is here. Hold on. What's the zombie song that he has? Yeah, he has a song goes. All I want to do is eat your brain.
We can't hear him.
Can't hear.
He goes. There's one that says, "All I want to do is eat your brain." It's a zombie song. So he does some kind of Weird Al kind of shit.
He does
so.
some weird stuff.
So anyway,
Okay.
all right. So we doing Joko. Alan, what do you think about it? Did you like it? And he's going down with that. So number 14, American Pie, Don McLean from the American Pie album. Oh fuck you, Alan. I like this song. November 70. November 1971.
Ladies and
It's
gentlemen, this will
actually
be Dennis's last.
it spent 4 weeks at number 1 on the U.S. charts. Blah blah blah. It's actually number 5 on
You
the
literally
songs.
have the word "blah blah blah" written on that paper.
No, but I will. Well, you can't read it because it's all kind of scribbled. So anyway, number 5 on the songs of the century. And now I haven't looked it up, but I want to find out what the number 1 song of the song of the century is. But this is number 5 on the song of the
It's
century.
either going to be Prince or Michael Jackson.
No, I don't think so. We're gonna find it out. Somebody look that up. Bill, look it up.
Oh yeah, right away, sir. Right away.
Songs of the century. But anyway, Library of Congress also took that song and put it
Is it a
into the
protected song?
archives. It's in the archives as a American standard song. I love this song, but there again, I've heard it a gajillion times. My son's 22, So he hasn't heard it enough. Maybe when he's 44, 45, he'll get tired of listening to it too. So you got to give it to the kids. I mean, like they're hearing this for the first time. It's and there again, it's all kind of that retro and the Buddy Holly. It's kind of I think it's kind of cool.
Well,
what is it? What is it? Bill?
Come on.
What is
Think
it?
about
What is it?
Number one song of the century.
Happy
Thriller.
One of
birthday.
the biggest songs you've ever heard. I mean, like
Happy birthday.
no,
No, it's
over
not
the
like something like that.
Over the Rainbow.
Are you fucking serious? That's bullshit. What's
White
number 2?
Christmas, White Christmas is number 2.
I can believe that.
This Land Is Your Land is number 3.
okay, now
Right.
we're off the rails.
And Respect, number 4.
And then American Pie was number 5.
Yep.
How do we go from White Christmas to American Pie in 3 songs? That's fucked up.
Who knows?
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I was
anyway,
just going to say, so
your
on a
thought.
serious note, the thumbs down was a joke. If it was the Madonna recording, it's a thumbs down. But the
Madonna
McCartney,
recorded?
I just found out
Madonna
about
did
that. I
a
don't
cover
know.
of this, yes.
I just found out about that, and
it
I've
was
never heard it.
probably 10, 15 years ago.
Oh,
Was it put out on the radio and everything?
No.
I don't know if it got any radio play, but she
I
did
was
do
going to
a
say,
cover
I've
of it.
never heard it. Never heard it. And
But,
she ought to be beat with a rock.
No.
Dude.
I will tell you like I tell everybody else. If you say any song is sacred and nobody should cover it, I will call you a fucking liar. Every song is open to be
Madonna.
covered. Whether it's a shitty version
doing
by
this again.
Madonna.
She'd be
No,
doing that.
she put the flag somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Near
So you like
the
this song, huh?
Motor City
Like-
Pie. I don't mind this song really. But ew.
That's funny.
But
Right.
it's one of those songs that I heard
I give it a thumbs
and heard
up. I
and heard
love
and
it.
heard. I haven't
Thing is,
actually
I
haven't heard
like
the
it.
song in
I like it.
probably at least 5 years because whenever it comes on, I turn it off.
Yeah, not my. It's not a song that's ever been a favorite of mine. Really, I've never. Yeah, whatever.
I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm gonna do the last one. I'm gonna put a surprise that he didn't put this one on there. But anyway,
You can't do that. It's his list, dude.
Yeah.
know.
What do you have rules issues? You
I don't
have
have rules.
You have
I
a
don't have
super
rules.
rules
All right.
issue.
so number 15 after American Pie was Claire de Lune. It is the third movement. I've had 3 movements.
Stop.
I had 2 before 7 o'clock this morning. So third movement of Sweet
Oh Jesus.
Berg.
Help me, baby Jesus.
Ask. But it's by Claude Debussy. This is who the guy made it. Who the guy wrote it.
Her what?
It is a Claude Debussy.
Okay. Just
Debussy.
checking.
D-E-B. It's not Gary Busey. Because if Gary Busey did it, it'd be all fucked up. It wouldn't be right. It'd be like all fucked up. But anyway, it is basically just a piano. It is a piano interlude. The third part of a full
Orchestra.
orchestra.
It's a song used for massage therapy. Did you read that part there, buddy, on the bottom?
Well, no, that's the one I gave you, dipshit. I mean, it was
that's what I used it for.
massage therapy. What?
Yeah,
what
it was like
fill that in. How do you?
I was laying there, just massaging myself. I thought
But no,
it was very
Max-
relaxing.
Max is like me. I honestly do too. I have a bunch of classical CDs. Like I have a bunch of Tchaikovsky and a bunch of shit that I listen to. If I'm getting ready to sleep, I'll put that on, and he has that.
It'll put you to sleep.
Well, what I want
relax.
want to say about this song is I was listening to it in the car, and thank God for rumble strips.
This is
No,
not one of those. This is not one of those things you're going to get a speeding ticket over.
Nope, not a speed.
So Max actually had another clacking song. He had here I got the original list. He had
the sheet music. I was going to go that he wrote himself, and it's right here.
Dance Macabre. Jeez. Hey Max, how do you say this one here? Max.
He ain't listening
Dance
to you.
Macabre. Dance Macabre. It's another
Sounds like
classical.
something out of a Tim Burton movie.
anyway, that's another one of the classic ones because Max has, he's got a little class, and he does go a little bit, he just didn't, listen to Kiss and Van Halen and shit to listen to.
Well, neither do we. We apparently listened to all this stuff today.
Yeah, no, and we did, and I liked it. I was just
I think Max did a good job. There was some different stuff in there.
Like I said, it opened me up. Like I said, the I Didn't Care thing was really amazing because I didn't realize how big of a song that was. And it's Fred G. Sanford's favorite song.
Well, that's important.
That's
the most important part. What was that song called again? I Don't Care?
I Don't Care.
I can't get my Spotify didn't work.
Didn't care.
Oh, sorry. Good Lord, man. That's not even the same. Okay.
So anyway.
All right.
Anyway, that was Max's. That was his 15 of his list, which I thought was really, really cool. And we're gonna have Ian give a list.
It'll probably be in the next couple of weeks. Don't really expect it this coming week.
We might have a guest on next week.
We're working on a guest, and we're working on hopefully some other guests.
And also Ian just moved about 4 hours away, so he's adapting to job hunting and being on his own for the first time because he actually got an apartment that he has no roommates and he don't have parents, 30 minutes across town to come bail him out when he does something dumb. He's on his own. Well, it's pretty much it was real quick for his first. Right. Holy shit! I need help.
That's good though.
Sorry, buddy.
That's good, that's
no,
good,
he'll be fine. He's already. I think
he's
already adapted well. He's made some friends with some of his neighbors already, so he'll be fine.
Cop's only been there twice, 3 times. So
not my problem. He has his own bail money. That's what I told him. If you ever call me to get you out of jail, you better have your own money, buddy.
Yep, that's the rule.
All right, Dennis, do you want to take us out of here, or do you want me to take us out?
Alan, I'm the smartest person in the world. I let you do it because I'll fuck it up.
Were you going to say anything else, Bill?
Nope.
Thanks for everybody listening, though. I appreciate it, and we all appreciate it.
Bill has a pretty important task to attend to here shortly. So, having said that, visit us on agesofrock.com. Check us out on Stitcher Radio, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Find out about our podcast and other of our favorite podcasts on Ear Peeler, or at Ear Peeler on Twitter. And until next week, folks, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.